Hey guys, Liquid here, and welcome to an update video. There are two major points that I want to go over in this video. First, I just want to announce that I've made a Steam group, a Steam fan group or whatever. I believe it is the LS9K Liquid Solidus 9000 Liquidians or some of that. I decided to make it because it'll be sort of like a Facebook type of thing. But I think it'll sort of let me have a bit more reaction with interaction with my fans. Like instead of just like posting announcements here and there, Steam has like a chat room type thing where like if when you're online, you go into like the chat room, I might come in now and then, and like we'll all be able to have like a big chat now and then or some of that. And also, I like the idea of sort of creating a community within my fan base, and people will be able to like talk a little, maybe like talk a bit about on my Steam page or whatever about, I don't know, what you thought of my newest Let's Play, or just like not even related to me. Maybe you could just talk about games that you're playing and make friends within my fan base and stuff like that, and schedule to like play games together, stuff like that. And just all in all, it'll let me, I guess, my community will bustle together, I guess, if that's how you want to put it. The link will be in the description, and hopefully that goes well. But the main point of this video will be me giving advice on new and upcoming LPers. This will sort of be similar to back in November. I did a video giving advice on getting views and stuff like that, or like not really advice, but just like my thoughts on what views meant and subscribers meant and stuff like that. And I wrapped it up really with, all in all, it is important that you enjoy your videos above all else, because if you're not enjoying making them, if you're not enjoying the content that you're putting out, probably chances are not many people else will either. But this here is going to be more of just more practical, more giving advice on the actual technique and stuff like that. And this doesn't necessarily apply to Let's Playing. This could, I guess, apply to a lot of video types, but I'm really just kind of focusing on Let's Plays here. So I've got a few sort of key notions here that I'm going to go over, and I guess I'll get started. First off, I would say understand that as time goes on, you will naturally become better, right? There's not really, I would say, much you need to do, right? Like, if you're saying to yourself, how do I become a better Let's Player? There's over time, I would say, there's by nature of doing it a lot, recording a lot, and getting used to the whole process, you will in some ways it will become more of a ritual, I guess, and it will just become something that is natural to you. Like, the more you commentate, probably like chances are like the more your talking will flow, as mine is not really doing, and all that. The more you like use the softwares that you use to record, the more likely you'll get better. You'll find like shortcuts and stuff like that, like find easy ways to like get about stuff and stuff like that, really. So just keep at it, really, and eventually, just naturally, you'll have a natural evolution, and your quality will increase. But there are ways, obviously, that you can increase it otherwise. Like I said in the beginning, above all, really, it is important that you enjoy the stuff you're making. So when you've like made a video and you watch it back before you upload it, ask yourself, is this good? Like, do you genuinely believe that the content that you're about to upload would it be something that if you were to just stumble upon, would you like it? Like, that is, I would say, a very important factor. And I guess that would sort of lead me into to make sure that to avoid making something and then realizing that you don't like it and it's like having wasted a bunch of time. Do test videos. The amount of times that I've heard like people like like, oh, I recorded 16 hours of gameplay, but then I found out that my voice was too quiet. Stuff like that can be very well avoided if you're just like maybe like did like a 30-second test video just to like see, just open up the game or whatever, say la 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 la, and see how that balances with the audio or the game audio or whatever. Stuff like that. And also, just naturally, you'll probably like learn from your mistakes as well. Part of the natural evolution. Like you'll learn. Oh man, next time I plan to record 16 hours of gameplay, I should probably maybe check my sound a little bit. Some of that. And also tying into the natural selection or natural evolution. Oh gosh. I would say, as it is kind of guaranteed that you will, the Let's Player, the video maker that you'll be in a year from now, will be a better Let's Player video maker than you are right now. Not as an insult, but just, that's kind of how it works. Even if the evolution's small, like even if, for whatever reason, like, you just don't improve, there will be one aspect that you get better at. Like, me, first recording, like first using Windows Movie Maker, first using Sony Vegas, it took me hours to figure out how to render a video. But now, like, I've got it figured out to where I can like render using my graphics card and stuff like that. I render like a 15-minute video, about 20 minutes. It's all good. And I get all the effects onto the video basically immediately. No hassle at all. And stuff like that. And what was I gonna say? Okay. Do games that you enjoy. Like if you're wondering like what, like a lot of people are all like, what games should I do first as my first Let's Play? I would recommend doing a game that you enjoy, right? I know, like, I would recommend against going for blind Let's Plays first off, because you don't, with a game that you know very well, that you enjoy, I feel that it would be a lot easier to, like, what am I trying to get here? When you know more about the game, there's more to talk about. And when you have a history with the game, there's more to talk about. Like I first played this game when I was 6 years old. I played it at my Uncle Joe's house when I was playing with him or something weird. But the thing is, the catch to it is, I would recommend for the first game, for your first LP, for your first few LPs, do games that you enjoy, but don't do your favorite games, because I feel like, I'm just really speaking from my experience. Like, my words really don't really mean anything. Like, I would say, perhaps the things that I say can be completely opposite, but this is how it's worked for me, so I'm just going to share stuff with you. Like, Spyro the Dragon 3, right? Spyro Year of the Dragon. I love that game. I would say that's probably one of my favorite games of all time, right? I feel that if I did it as my first Let's Play, no chance on the earth that I would ever have done it justice. Ever. Right? Because I was not in a point where my videos were of a really good quality at all. My commentary was lackluster. I was prepubescent. Like, my voice was I swore a lot. I barely really even spoke, really. Like, there was so much dead air. It would not have been good, right? It would not have been good. I'm not saying that when I finally did it, I'm not trying to say that, oh, look at that Let's Play, it was so good. But I know that when I did actually LP Spyro 3, I was having fun with it, and I was not worrying about the recording. I was not worrying about all that stuff. Because I had been Let's Playing for a good while, and I knew all the basics of that. All I cared about was playing the game, entertaining myself, and entertaining the viewers, right? So I would say, yeah, definitely for games that you really enjoy, I would say wait off until you are sure that you'll be able to do it justice. And when I was saying like asking yourself if the videos are good and do tests and stuff of that, I would recommend, right? I understand this is not a universal thing. Try to invest in some sort of recording software or capture card or something, because I know this is not always the case, but I find that in most cases, when a Let's Play is recorded with a camera, I tend to like just overlook it, and I'm pretty sure most people do the same. Especially like the LPs that like the things that you'll come across where like people will like be recording with a camera that's like 20 feet away from the television, so like the television is just like a little dot basically. Like they'll even have like something in front of the TV, like there's some weird stuff that could be pretty easily avoided if the person did a test, looked at what they were about to do, and just said to themselves, will this be a good idea? Will this be a good idea? Like, there's some pretty strange stuff that will probably put people off. I would recommend doing your videos at times that you can be pretty sure that you won't be interrupted. That's something that I even really can't really do because I live with family and stuff, and they are quite loud people. So oftentimes I will just naturally get interrupted. I will tell them, hey, I'm going to record. Try not to interrupt me, but that generally doesn't actually always go according to plan. But if you can be sure that you won't be interrupted, that'll be good. And the last thing I have written here is to make friends, right? Now, when I say this, I mean either find Let's Players that you enjoy, try to send them a message and say, yo, dude, I see you do Let's Plays. I also do Let's Plays. How you doing? Like, maybe like try to have a conversation or something. Or maybe even get friends that you know, like in real life or something. Try to get them to, like, start making Let's Plays. Because the way I feel about it is, if you have friends that are also making videos, it'll make you, what am I trying to say? It'll make making videos a lot less lonely, I think. Because if you're just making videos all alone, and you're just sort of slowly, I guess, advancing like in subscriber rank and all that, it might, I don't know, might be discouraging, I guess. But if there's someone with you also slowly kind of going up along with you, it'll give you like sort of a feeling of we're in this together, I guess. And like an example for me was when I first started Let's Playing, I basically immediately sent my first LP to Child from the Damned, who I'd been speaking to a little bit. He was a Let's Player that I watched quite a bit. I watched his Half-Life stuff, and when I first started Let's Playing, I sent him my Super Smash Brothers, which I'm not really a fan of right now. I keep a lot of my... I'm off on a tangent here, but a lot of my earlier Let's Plays I do not enjoy. I cringe at them. My voice and all that just was not cool, and I'm not really proud of them. But I keep them up for like archive reasons. But I sent Child from the Damned my first Super Smash Brothers video, and he was all, whoa man, this is some pretty cool stuff you got going on here. And we got to talking or whatever, and since then we've sort of become the best of buds, right? Like thousands of subscribers later, Like, I think I probably had, what, like 4 subscribers then. He probably had maybe 100 or so. And like, as like having a friend that's also making videos, it just makes it a lot, I guess, soothing, I guess. Because when you go up, you know that like someone's also there, someone that you know and can rely on, someone's also there having your back, and you're also having the back of someone else that's also going up. Which in the case of Trial from the Damned, I would recommend, for people who do not know of him, go check him out. He's done like tons of, I think he's really mainly known for Source games like Half-Life and stuff like that, and he's done Team Fortress 2 commentaries and all that. And I know recently he's been getting kind of discouraged with the way his channel's been growing, because he hasn't been growing that well, and I feel that maybe if a bunch of you guys gave him some support, it might make him feel better. But that's, I guess, all I really have to say. Hopefully I've been trying to speak out like a bunch of words a minute or some of that, and hopefully I've gotten my stuff through to you well. And yeah, but again, in the end, what's all that's important is that you enjoy what you're doing, and hopefully the tips that I maybe gave, maybe they'll help you enjoy what you're doing a little bit better. But yeah, that's that. Check out my Steam group. Go in the chat room if you're ever free, and hang out, meet some dudes. Oh, actually, yeah, my Steam group. I don't know, like if someone's looking for like a friend in the Let's Playing video business, go into my Steam group, and maybe make some friends there, because like I love the idea of people meeting each other through me. I think that's actually beautiful. Like, I've seen that happen, where like someone posts a comment on my channel, then someone else goes to their channel and says, "Yo, dude, I saw that comment on Liquid Solid is this channel. I love that." And then they get to they befriend people, or they befriend each other. That's beautiful. But before I ramble too much, I will just call it there. So yeah, again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Till next time, I'm Liquid Solid 1000, and Liquid out.